Low tide at the sea lock, a 40-foot drop to muddy shallows, one boat's width of channel that the dredger grubs up daily, silt to one side scored in circles where they dragged for don't ask what. The tall shut doors of the hall of the world, at which the weight of water, of incipience, doesn't need to knock. Feel it there like a shudder of difference, the engine of change. Now, almost soundless, hinges shift. With a gradual, calibrated rip like a concord of lathes, with a crypt smell, two grey, green, brown, stiffening blades of water fold in. They curve, feathering themselves in free fall, wings flexed, shuddering, not to soar, but to pour themselves down to earth the charge, liquid, solid as rock and untouchable, trouncing itself to a froth, to exhaustion, till with a sigh the gates can open and the world, our world, small craft, come through. And that same estuary, once again, and my lifelong fascination with all borders. Atlantis world. One day the sea thought, no, it wouldn't, just wouldn't. It withdrew to the doors of the straits like an ice age instituted overnight, like an empire interned behind walls of glittering indifference to the mess outside. And where did that leave us? Facing into the space between redundant coastlines. Space, a vast parcel we'd come down to find at the ring of the doorbell, nobody's birthday, and gift wrapped in silk silver mud. The seabed smell had started rising, that of secrets being out. Like any seedy leakage in the press, there would be more to come. It wasn't the way we dreamed it. Alluvial pastures unfolded from our inward valleys, restored from our national childhoods. Those who'd hoped for free small holdings for the homeless, and those already drafting the adverts for Atlantis world, we'd all be disappointed. As the sun came up, it was already baking. The mud going matte, then wrinkling, firing itself like epic pottery. Tiny islands came into their own as grass-topped mountains, the one with the lighthouse a marvel, Monte Lucia heraldic. Trickles cut down deep in muddy gulches going on for canyons. Round the middle slopes, the beaches were considering a new career as archaeology, waterfront apartments rebranding themselves as mountain villages like Tuscany. The piers seemed naked, their black weedy legs embarrassing, due for a shave. Work redoubled on long-planned sea walls in case rains washed us down in mudslides like some peasant valley worlds away. We didn't want to go there. Somebody was bussing in scanty paid somebody's else already to pick across the waste with hammers, chipping out crabs, skirting the bones of burials at sea, a horse, a child from steerage. Then that crop was gone. A few sunk ships were there to be avoided like war graves, and as if that had jogged some recollection, each side sent in surveyors just to clarify the border, seeing which a discreet small column followed, lightly armoured, as the wind got up and mud dust started swirling round them like in any desert, and first shots were fired, as a precaution mainly. The sea gave an audible sigh.